What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Larkin Motors TV. If you haven't already, make sure you head over to our Instagram and give us a follow, like this video, and subscribe. Today, we're gonna be showing you one of the builds we've been working on for quite some time now, but we finally got her done, ready for the customer to pick up. It's actually a workhorse chassis truck, kind of like a bread truck, but we call it the Swat truck. And here she is, ladies and gentlemen, LS swapped and ready to rip. So I got Josh with me here. He's gonna go over some of the stuff we did to the truck, all the custom work that we had to do to get the LS to fit. Everybody says LS is the easiest swap, and maybe in other cars or a different truck, but in this thing it was not straightforward because there's no VIN associated with it, so all the parts, it was a scramble the whole time, but we got her done. I'm making the claim right here, right now. It's the meanest sounding SWAT truck on the road. Shout out to the customer though, Specialized Plumbing and Heating. Thanks for giving us the job. It's pretty cool, but we got Josh in the helm. Let's give her a rip. I'm telling you, it sounds mean. And driving down the road, it's even better. But we're gonna go ahead and shut her off. I'm gonna have Josh hop out. We'll pop this unit here, and he'll kind of talk about what we're doing. Oh, dog vlog!
I got dually.
Dog vlog! What are you doing?
Hey.
What are you doing? So basically, when the customer came to us, guys, he was just kind of complaining that it just didn't have enough power for what they were doing. They're hauling, you know, HVAC equipment. Sometimes it would get heavy and it just wasn't moving right for him, and he likes it. It's got the Tommy gate on the back, so it's easy for him to get stuff in and out of it, so we wanted to keep it around, and I know his guys love driving it. So, but let's go here. We got Josh, the man, the myth, the legend. So what do we do with this thing? They know it's an LS swap, but just go through some of the fine details that I'm too stupid to spit out.
It's a 6-liter out of a 2015 2500 pickup. It's got a 6L90, so you get the 6-speed transmission versus the 4 that was in it. Yeah, I mean, it was supposed to be straightforward, but we actually had to put headers on it because the frame rails are too skinny for the manifolds, and then modify the headers. We pretty much gutted the whole harness. We used a PSI harness, a standalone setup to get this thing running, and then cleaned out the factory harness.
Yeah, so
we didn't need.
All over here is just like probably, hundreds and hundreds of feet of just nonsense wiring. So we took that all out. Got the nice, clean harness going here, looking proper.
Shout out to PSI.
Yes, sir.
Trans cooler with AN lines. We did a Walboro 255 fuel pump. We have a Corvette fuel filter because it has the vapor return, so it basically went 2 into 1 to return at the filter.
All right, well,
I tuned it, to get it running right, because the PCM came from PSI, but it was for a 5.3, so we had to scale the MAF and make sure it was good that way. The PSI harness is really cool. So PSI harness and everything we mounted in here. PCM. This is all your relay controls and fuses for the truck. This is your OBD2 port. This actually is the BIM module, the bus interface module for the Dakota Digital dash setup. Works really nice.
Show you guys real quick what he's talking about with the dash setup. So obviously the cluster that was in here was not gonna work because it was just a bunch of stuff you didn't need, outdated. But we got the Dakota Digital. I'll go ahead and start her up for you. But it's small, but it's nice and clean. Does everything you need. Got the oil pressure, water temps. But she's a runner, ladies and gents. Starts right up. Like I said, workhorse chassis. Give her a couple reps from inside so you can see what it's like driving down the road. Like I said, this thing is pretty mean sounding. We go ahead and kill it. And he was saying we had to do a lot of work to the headers and stuff, like motor mounts had to be changed, right? Like
yeah, we basically fabbed our own.
Yeah, so everything we got, we had to kind of, like when we'd call the parts companies, we'd call, you know, GMC, whatever it may be, because it is a, you know, it's a GM engine, so we'd call for parts, and first thing they ask, what's the last date of the VIN? First answer is we don't have it. So everything we got from them, we'd have to modify a little bit. And shout out to Dano, he was working hard on this thing, getting it done, but it came out pretty good. The customer hasn't come to pick it up yet, but hopefully he's satisfied. We did airbags in the back, actually. Yep. So we got the filler right here, filler port. Fill the bags up, that way when he does have all the equipment in the back, it doesn't drive any worse than it already does, because as you can imagine, it's not exactly driving like the Shelby does. Shout out to Carol Shelby. Some other stuff we did, guys, is we fabbed the cross member for the trans. I'll get down on the ground for you here, but you can see right there. So that obviously is not a part that you're going to be able to buy, because no one in their right mind is doing this. But then we got the exhaust. Shout out to Dan for the pie cuts. But yeah, those are the headers we fabricated. We actually ordered those headers, I believe, for the RX-8 we're building, right? Yeah. So obviously
they fit tight to the block, so it worked well in this application. The only issue we ran into is where the collectors are. They were too close to the transmission to get the V-bands on, so we kind of had to tweak them just enough at an angle so it wouldn't hit the frame rail on this side and didn't hit the transmission on this side with the selector lever and all that stuff.
Yeah, so we can't, off the top of our heads, it's tough to think of every single thing that we had to tweak.
Bracket.
Yeah, pedal bracket.
Has a Corvette pedal in it.
Dude, certified race car. The throttle's actually, from driving it, it's super responsive.
Yeah.
More responsive than my Ram 1500. Shout out to Dodge, figure it out. Guys, this is one of the things that has been with us here at the shop for a month now, just about a month, but we got her done. And on to the next LS swap. E30 BMW. If you're watching this video, you know who you are. Make sure you contact the boys. Let's get that thing scheduled. Would be nice. And I know the BMW lovers would hate to see it, but all the LS guys would love to see it. Yeah, way more LS guys, and they put down more power anyway. So yeah, guys, this is the workhorse chassis LS swap. Not the prettiest LS swap, because you know this thing isn't going on the dyno. It's not gonna be making, you know, 600 horsepower with boost. It gets the job done. The thing moves down the street pretty well. You get to 65 and take your foot right off the gas, because it's incredibly sketchy going that fast, but it gets there. Other than that, we just cleaned it up, put some lipstick on a pig. You can't really clean it up too much, but we got her looking nice.
One of those things where it is a work truck, so like how much money do you actually spend?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, an LS swap isn't a cheap thing, no matter what you're doing.
Junkyard build it, but I mean, this motor has 50,000 miles on it. The trans is a brand new rebuild. I mean, there's $6,000 right there.
Yeah. So it's done right, and you know, fingers crossed, if the shop gods are looking out for us, should be pretty reliable. Obviously, there's some custom stuff that we had to do, and with custom stuff, you never know what the reliability will be. But when I say we try and, the guys try and do everything they can to the best of their ability. And I think if it was my work truck for my company, I'd be pumped. But guys, this is just a quick video just to show you the build. We didn't really document the process too much, just because it was a long process, lots of learning and, you know, kind of trial and error type stuff. So it's not really the easiest thing to film. because you kind of, to make a video on something, you kind of got to plan it out and have an idea of what's going to get done. And for this project, is like you just get done what we can. But that's the next project. Yeah, this fella brought this to us for a Texas Speed cam. As you can see, we already got the engine out of this thing. And then when we took the engine out, we found that it had a
Cam bearings were wiped.
Bad cam bearings. So within like 4 hours of telling this guy that it had bad cam bearings, he was here with a donor truck. So we're taking the engine trans out of that.
Yeah, the donor truck actually is a stick too. So we're converting this to a stick.
Cool.
Which, you know, crew cab short bed Chevy pickup like this that's a stick is super rare.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a ripper. So this is another one of those, kind of putting lipstick on a pig, but
it's getting the Hoonigan BFD cam.
Yeah.
Chop Monster.
So the Chop Monster cam, that's from Texas Speed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Texas Speed. Don't be afraid to reach out to the boys. Slowly but surely getting into more of that stuff, and you know, it's super cool. Hopefully soon, like Josh was saying, we'll have something like a BMW. What year is it? It's like a 1987, 86. That should be pretty damn cool if we can line that up and get that done. Other than that, guys, I just wanted to give you a quick update, show you some of what we've been up to. This is that's one of the many builds we have going on right now. And we're still working on the RX-8. The engine's still at the machine shop, so not holding our breath on that, but we should be having that soon.
Oh, you gotta show them the new edition.
Oh,
Shout
yeah.
out to
quick interruption in your scheduled programming. Shout out to the homie Nick Williams. Don't even reach out to him because you can't buy direct from him, but dude, squeaky wheel gets the grease, and I'm a squeaky mother. Look at this thing, guys. That 112 hitter. Holy. Dude.
Cool thing about this is it has updated motors, stepper motors from the last iteration of 112s that he did, and I'm pretty sure we have the first one.
Yeah, when I was speaking to him, I'm not sure if he wants me to tell everybody this, but when I was speaking to him on the phone, he was like, well, we're actually changing the motor, which is this right here, to a different setup because he was having issues, I guess, when they were getting up into the, or maybe just issues in general. I don't know if it was related to horsepower or what, but
yeah, he didn't really get into detail.
Yeah, but he was having issues, and he was saying as soon as he gets the motors in, he'll get it out to us and send it on over, because pretty much that right there is the only thing that we needed to get the RX-8 done. And we were anticipating having the engine back sooner, but you know, it's not a perfect world. Coronavirus 2020, you know, things go wrong, but we have all the parts in. Now we're just waiting on the motor, and this whole unit is going to be sticking out of the hood, so you're going to be able to see this thing. And when it's done, as I said before, it's in full race car mode. Nothing attached to it. It's on little wooden rollers right there, but when that car is done, you guys are going to see some reckless stuff coming out of Larkin Motors.
What a nice
one last look at this product here. That's the type of thing that gets Josh out of bed in the morning. So yeah, hopefully in a month or so, give or take, depending on how busy the boys are.
Give or take 2 years.
Yeah, give or take a year or two. Hopefully we'll have that thing up and running. Obviously body and cosmetic stuff is going to come down the road on that. That's enough of that. We'll update you as we're building that. Yeah, burnouts are more important. We'll get to the big hater wing chassis mounted down the road. Still working on convincing Josh that the $2,500 is worth it on that one. But guys, just like that, bringing this video to an end. Like I said in the beginning, make sure to like the video, subscribe, head over to Larkin_Motors on Instagram. Give us a follow. We post daily on Instagram. YouTube's a little tough around here just because, you know, we are running a shop, so sometimes the swing of things gets ahead of making YouTube videos. I'm trying to get better at it for you guys so we can put out more content and be more frequent. As time goes on, I'll perfect the art, and you'll be getting hopefully like at least 3 videos a week from us. But until then, enjoy what you get. This is Larkin Motors signing out. Peace.